Alright guys, welcome to this episode of Head-to-Head Battles. We are finally doing a very long-awaited, updated Dark Magician deck profile. I know we haven't done a deck profile in a while, but I really couldn't wait. And I finally got the last Magician Souls in. Big shout out to one of my viewers, Marv in the chat. If you're there, I freaking love you, man. As always guys, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Hit that notification bell, this one right here. And join the notification squad. We stream every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. EST. Be there or be a light post. Light post? Lamp? Light stand? Whatever. Roll the intro. Alright guys, so on the table you will see we have a 41 card main and a 15 card extra, okay? So we're gonna go straight into it and comment down below. Do you think Dark Magicians will ever be competitive? Like, I'm talking like tier 1.5 competitive, you know what I'm saying? So, for any Dark Magician deck, we're gonna be playing 3 Dark Magicians. You have these are just alternate arts to kind of give you an idea of the type of arts that are available to you when you are playing Dark Magicians. And apparently, for it being such a popular card, it definitely does have a lot of prints. My favorite print, and I'll have it up on the screen for you, is the Jump promo print, but the card is $60 a copy for near mint, okay? Okay, next, we're playing Magician's Souls. So Magician's Souls in this deck does a lot, okay? So one, it lets you dump a Dark Magician from deck to graveyard and special summon it, right? So if you don't have Eternal Souls, but you have Magician Souls in hand with Dark Magical Circle, you can still proc Dark Magical Circle, right? And Magician Souls also allows you to have more draw power. So we don't need to play the Blue Boy engine anymore, which does free up some space in the main deck, okay? All right, so next we're gonna be playing triple Magician's Rods, okay? It wouldn't be a Dark Magician deck without triple Rods. Rod is your generic searcher in the deck and a card you absolutely want to see in your opening hand, right? So Rod will allow you to add a Dark Magician, like the physical Dark Magician card itself, or a Dark Magician spell or trap card that specifically lists Dark Magician in its text, all right? Next, we're running kind of like our hand trap lineup and slightly more draw power, running triple Phantasme. Now, the reason Phantasme is still good is because the Noodle Fiber combo is very prominent in today's meta. And Phantasme will help you kind of like keep an advantage while your opponent is comboing off, right? And next, we're running triple Effect Veiler, all right? The reason we're not running Ash and the reason we're running Effect Veiler is, I will show you in the extra deck. But Ash is definitely a side deck card in this deck, and you can kind of see what you're playing against, but usually I would replace the Phantasmes with the Ash Blossoms, right? Next, we're running double Apprentice Illusion Magician, okay? Now, Illusion Magician is a really good card in the deck because it allows you to add a Dark Magician straight to your hand, right? And if you have a Magician's Navigation in hand with no Dark Magician, that's a brick. But if you have Magician's Nav and Apprentice in your hand, every card is able to go live, okay? Next, we're running 2 Magician of Dark Illusions. Now, this card is really good because let's say you do use Eternal Soul, right? And you don't have a Dark Magician in your hand or graveyard, but you do have a Magician of Dark Illusions, you can still summon this from your hand and then proc your Dark Magical Circle. So this card is still really important, okay guys? For our final monster, we are running 1 Dark Magician Girl, and it's not necessarily a brick in the deck, but I mean, the only reason we do run 1 of it is we don't really need it per se, but when we get to the extra deck, you'll kind of have a better understanding on why we run it, okay? That's it for our monster lineup. Let's move over into our spells, okay? For our spells, we are running triple Dark Magical Circle. So this card lets you excavate the top 3 cards of your deck and pick one that specifically lists Dark Magician or is a Dark Magician, right? This card is the bread and butter of your deck. Like Magician's Rod, Dark Magical Circle, and Eternal Soul were the 3 cards that you absolutely needed in the highest ratios as possible to, you know, kind of get some games here and there. I mean, again, it's Dark Magicians, it's barely Rogue, but it's still a really good deck, okay? Next, we're running our new cards. We're running 2 Soul Servants. So Soul Servant is a really good card because it allows you to draw and allows you to kind of stack the deck with the cards that you may actually need, right? Now, a lot of people do opt to run Palladium Oracle Mahad with this card, but we opt to not run it because we're only kind of using it for draw power and we want to go first. So hopefully, as long as we don't break too hard, we'll always have a Dark Magician somewhere and be able to at least get the top card from the deck into our hands, okay? So in this deck, we do run a lot of one-ups because they are searchable with Magician's Rod, okay? So we are running 1 Illusion Magic, which is really important because like if you do have a face-up Magician Souls with 0 attack and 0 defense, you can use Illusion Magic on it just to add kind of more Dark Magicians to your hand, while at the same time removing that kind of like very weak wall, you know, off the field, okay? Next, we're running 1 Dark Magic attack. This is searchable via Eternal Soul. It's not the best card in the game, but I mean, it's really good, right? Because if you control a Dark Magician, and in most cases you are, it's basically a Harpy's Feather Duster, so, and it's searchable, so I mean, why not? Next, we're running 1 Bond between teacher and student. Basically, if you control a Dark Magician, you activate this card. You can special summon a Dark Magician girl straight from your deck, or anywhere, as a matter of fact. And then on top of that, it allows you to set Dark Magic attack or Dark Burning Magic. But we actually cut Dark Burning Magic because it actually rarely comes up, okay? And we have a better way to wipe the field anyways. Next, we're playing 1 Magicalized Fusion. Magicalized Fusion is to basically help you get out your Quintet Magician. And I'll show you that in the extra deck, okay? Next, we have Secrets of Dark Magic, which is a new card. And we're running 2 Secret Village of Spellcasters because this is actually a very phenomenal floodgate against decks that don't run any spellcasters. So, if you're playing against Rocks or Eldritch, like this could be a very interesting stopgap for both decks. Now, that's it for our spell lineup. Let's go straight into our trap lineup. We're playing only 2 Eternal Souls, okay? Eternal Soul is it's a double-edged sword for this deck, okay? It protects everything except itself, and because it cannot protect itself, if your opponent pops it, you lose all your monsters, like on the field. Not just your Dark Magicians, like you lose your entire field. It's like, do I really want to play 3 of it? Because I mean, it is searchable, right? Like you can definitely search this with Magician's Rod, but then it's like, if you have more than 1 in your hand, it's pretty bricky. But if you have like an Eternal Souls and a Magician's Rod in hand, you can just search Circle off of Magician's Rod and have your Eternal Soul, Circle, and Rod on the field, which is kind of like a very generic and easy setup for Dark Magicians, right? Next, we're playing triple Magician's Navigation, okay? Magician's Navigation does 2 things, okay? 1, it summons 2 monsters if you have a Dark Magician in your hand. And on top of that, if this card's in your graveyard, you can banish it from your graveyard and it can target a face-up spell or trap card and negate it until the end phase. So it's a really good card. You can actually stop Mystic Mind with this. So like it's pretty cool, okay? Next, we're only playing 1 Magician's Combination. So this is a new negate for the deck, but the one downside is like you need to be like very set up to be using this, okay? But the card works really well with the deck, right? Because first of all, you need a Dark Magician on the field, right? Like turn 1, or even in the beginning of turn 2, right? And then you tribute that Dark Magician to special summon another Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl. It just has to be a different name than the tributed monster, right? And then, if this face-up card is sent to the graveyard, it actually has another pop effect, okay? So for being a newer card, it actually does fit pretty well into the deck. I mean, obviously, it's an in-archetype card, but I mean, I wouldn't play more than 1 because I don't see it coming up more than once, right? Because if it stays on the field, great. If it leaves, you get a pop, great. You know what I'm saying? The last 3 cards, we're playing 1 Soul Drain, 1 Skill Drain, and 1 Metaverse, okay? So Skill Drain and Soul Drain are absolutely really good cards because the bulk of your deck is normal monsters, right? Because like I said, the essentials of this deck are Dark Magician, Eternal Soul, and Dark Magical Circle, right? Skill Drain doesn't really affect you because at the end of the day, like you're kind of just doing Dark Magician beatdown, which doesn't mean the deck is bad. I mean, the deck is like still really good and you can eke out wins here and there depending on how your board is set up and who you're playing against, right? But at the same time, like the deck suffers, it is slower even though it has all the tools. It's just a tits slow, okay? Now, again, Metaverse, and the reason we're not running Terraforming is you don't always need Secret Village in your hand or on the field, right? Because there are a lot of decks that do run Spellcasters, Ultra Guys coming off the top of my mind, right? And even if you're playing like Necros, big shout out to the YouTuber Championships where I phenomenally failed, okay? But you get what I'm saying. And Soul Drain, again, stops a lot of zombie decks and Eldritch decks and any deck that requires to play out of the banish pile or the graveyard, right? So that's why Soul Drain, I feel like, is a good addition to any deck that runs Skill Drain because as long as you're not being affected by it, then it's a floodgate. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're gonna move on to our extra deck. This is where things get a little bit spicy and a little bit interesting, okay? So, we're playing 1 Selene, and Selene is basically a free, like you get to just special summon spellcast for free as long as you have counters on it. and you will have a lot of counters on it, no matter what, right? Because you're only required to remove 3 counters to special summon, and that's a free summon. And if you don't have Eternal Soul or anything, but you can climb up into Selene, you can special summon a Dark Magician and still proc your Dark Magical Circle, right? And then we're playing 1 Boral Sword, and Boral Sword Dragon again, it's a good way to end games, but you don't really need it. And this deck does have a lot of space in the extra deck where you can kind of play around with your own ratios and kind of like throw in your own spice, right? Next, we're playing Predaplant, Verte, and Anaconda, right? So this card is to kind of help you find your Magicalized Fusion, which will help you get into Quintet, right? And then once Dragoon comes out, Predaplant will also search you out your Red Eyes Fusion. So keep that in mind. We're playing 1 Beat Cop to kind of give any card a layer of protection, Eternal Soul, wink wink. Then you're playing 1 We Wish to kind of give your monsters kind of a boost in attack if you really, really do need it, but it doesn't really come up as much as I would like it to. And then we're playing 1 Nightmare Cerberus and 1 Nightmare Phoenix, okay? So this is our link lineup. The Nightmare cards are very generic and are good in any extra deck, hence why they're played and so popular, okay? So comment down below, man. If you have any ratios that you think are dope, let me know and I'll try it out, okay? So next, for our fusions, we're only playing 1 Quintet Magician and the new card, the Dark Magicians, okay? So Quintet Magician, the greatest thing about it is it can't be kaiju, like it cannot be tributed, right? And another good thing is it can't be destroyed by card effects. So essentially speaking, you're gonna have to either send the card or beat it over by battle. But the card has 4,500 attack. And if it gets summoned using 5 different spellcasters with 5 different names, you literally can blow up your opponent's entire board. Like, it's good. Like I've actually done it and it resolves and it just feels so good, okay? The Dark Magician is another really good new fusion that came out, and it's expensive. This is like a $30 card, right? So once per turn, if a spell or trap is activated, it allows you to take the top card of your deck and allows you to set it around the field, and if it's a trap or a quick play, it lets you activate it. So like, I know it's luck of the draw, but like, it's still pretty good. And on top of that, when this card gets destroyed, it allows you to special summon a Dark Magician and a Dark Magician Girl from anywhere. So like, the card is still really good. And again, its line of play is very good in the Dark Magician deck because it's an in-archetype card. It's literally called the Dark Magician. So that's it for our fusion lineup. And then now we're gonna go hop into our Xyz lineup. So we're playing 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon for the burn damage, and it's really easy to get into. So basically, like, let's say you attack with 3 Dark Magicians, right? That's 7,500, and after that, you Xyz into Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, and then next turn, when they do anything, they lose. So, not bad. We're playing 2 copies of Ebon Illusion Magician. I feel like this is a very iconic card, like in any Dark Magician deck profile, because it's really good, okay? And lastly, we're playing number 11 Big Eye. Now, finally, for the creme de la creme, we are playing a small synchro package in Fortune Lady Every, okay? So I'll show you a really cool combo real quick. So let's say you open these 2 cards and any other card, it doesn't matter, right? You would basically pitch the Metaverse to special summon Illusion Magician, and then obviously add your Dark Magician to hand, and then you normal summon the Effect Veiler, and then these will synchro into Fortune Lady Every. Now, what does Fortune Lady Every do, and why are you playing 2 of it? You know what I'm saying? So once during your standby phase, the card's level will increase by 1. And when it does that, you can target 1 card on the field and banish it. And on top of that, then you have Eternal Soul and Dark Magical Circle, which is another banish. Amazing. And then on top of that, during your opponent's end phase, you can special summon this from your graveyard, and then your standby phase will come, and then you get another banish. So like, it's a really good card. I think you guys should definitely try this in your Dark Magician builds, especially if you're already running Apprentice Illusion and Effect Veiler. Alright guys, well thank you for watching our deck profile. I know we don't do a lot of deck profiles. I mean, like, the only deck profiles that we usually do are ones that like I'm really passionate about. So thank you guys for watching, man. Let's get this video to 500 likes in 5 days so I can give away a freaking booster box. I've been holding on to these damn booster boxes so I could give it away, but we haven't been really hitting those like goals. So if you guys can support us by hitting that like button so I can give away a booster box that you see somewhere behind me, that'd be awesome. I kind of want to like send out our first ever like goal met booster box. All right, guys. So guys, comment down below if there's any changes you would want to make to this deck, because I want to hear your opinion, right? Because I'm just one guy, and there's a plethora of you out there who do play this deck and, you know, really do enjoy deck building. Okay, guys. So guys, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Hit that notification bell, and this is Susu from HeadtoHead Battles, signing out.